So hey, good afternoon, how are you? This is John Parmenter for Precision International. We're back in the shop again today. And today we're addressing a unique problem. You're gonna look at it and go, well, John's got a 6L80 on the bench. No, we're not talking about the pump. No, we're not talking about the valve body. No, we're not talking about the 3.5 reverse drum. We're talking about something, a new problem that's developed on the OE level, and it's also raised its ugly head on the aftermarket level. So now we do a lot of dealer factory work in my shop, and starting last year we had a bunch of these come in where the factory thought that it was leaking out of the input seal on the transfer case. So we had vehicles in here with less than 5,000 miles on them, and the dealer would send us a transfer case, a gasket. Well, that didn't fix the leaks in them because we had found that when we pulled the transfer case out, we found that the rear seal on the transmission was actually crawling out of the housing and sitting on the output shaft. And on some, the seal was still in place, but the drain back hole blocked off with some of this material that GM puts on the outside of the seal. And what I'm talking about is the rear seal only on the four-wheel drive units, okay? And we're gonna take a close-up shot and show you some causes of concern that we have seen come into the shop. So now we're gonna get a little closer in detail. We get units in my shop from other shops that have backed repeatedly with problems. So people will take the job to another shop, another county away, and be back 5 times with the thing leaking out the rear seal, and the guys can't fix it. And this we've seen happen a bunch of times, and they just don't want you guys to overlook it. So now, this is the rear case bushing on a 6L80. Look closely at this drain back hole. This is a drain back hole in the bushing, okay? And these bushings tend to crawl in these 6L80s. We've seen them get off center and move along, and this is the prime example of it. Drain back hole is now at the 12 o'clock position. That is not where the drain back hole belongs. The drain back hole belongs over here for the fluid that gets past the bushing to drain back into the unit. So now you leave the drain back hole not aligned with this location right here, okay, and you put it someplace else, the fluid tends to build up behind the seal and push the seal off its seat. This bushing tends to move a little bit. Always make sure that this bushing drain back hole is located at this position so the fluid that gets past the bushing can go back into the unit. The seal acts as a wiper, guys. The seal isn't a real thing to hold the fluid back. It's more like a wiper and a cleanup. It's not made to hold back a ton of fluid. So always make sure that that drain back hole, make sure it's located right where it belongs, okay? GOP. I don't know how else to describe it to you. It's like tar on the outside of the seal, okay? And when they press the seal into the housing sometimes, this GOP tends to ball up, and we're looking at an 80 thousandths drain back hole, and this GOP blocks up and gets locked up in this hole, causes the same concern. So we're gonna show you when we press the seal into the housing, always to look to make sure that none of this sealant gets balled up and rolled up and blocks the drain back hole up. This will also make a costly comeback coming to your shop. So now we're gonna go back to the press now and show you the proper installation method for the seal and show you what we're looking for. We're talking about this sealant getting into this drain back hole and causing a concern. You don't need to put any kind of sealant around the outside of it because it has that tar from the factory on it already, and you're using a piece of wood because the bushing drivers, I have every bushing driver that they make for this unit, and they don't make one for the seal because the seal surface area is extremely large. We always use a piece of wood so as not to distort the steel. I've seen these steels hammered in by a hammer and all caved in and knocked around the outside, and that's not good. So now nice and smoothly, as we're seeing, we're getting it down past where the bevel is in the casing and getting it right down to fully seat into the housing. This assures the proper fit to it. If you start hammering the seal in, it's not getting in straight. The seal is down past the bevel and it's locked in tightly against the flange. Guys, I'm hoping that this helps you alleviate any concern you're gonna have with this rear seal leaking on the four-wheel drive 6L80 and 6L90s. Like I said, you really need to put some attention to it a little bit. We always focus on the front of this unit, and there's never really any attention to the back of this unit. I said, so just keep an eye on this. This is a big dollar unit, and we're always in a rush trying to knock these things out, and we're rushing right through it. Just give this a little bit of attention in the back, and I'm sure it'll help you out down the road. Peace out. We'll see you on the flip side.